Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Rock Unfiltered. AC Milan lose 3-1 to Torino on match day 37 of the Serie A season. Now, look, guys, I think we all know that there's not much left to play for Milan in their season. They get second place already wrapped up. Title's already wrapped up. The season is basically over, right? Stefano Pioli had already acknowledged that in his press conference that everyone is going to get to play in these last two games of the season. And he showed it with his starting 11 today, giving Pierre Kalulu another opportunity at right back. He finally played Filippo Tedenciano a game. He started him for once. It's his first start since arriving from Verona in January. It's nice to see the kid finally get an opportunity. He also played Ciao and Tomori. Sportillo was in net, of course, because Magnan is probably saving himself for the Euro. Reinders, Musa, Benacer, of course. Jovic, another opportunity in the middle. He gave Okafor a start on the left and Pulisic on the right. But we know Torino had a little bit more to play for in this game, guys, because they're still trying to fight for a European position for next season. That's going to come down to if Fiorentina win the Conference League against Olympiacos on Wednesday, and Torino need to finish 8th, right? But Fiorentina still have another few games to play after the Conference League, so they're going to have to wait and see. But they really needed this win today to stay on that track. So the game starts, and I have to say, first 15 minutes, boring as hell, and nothing really happened. But I have to say, though, Milan were lucky they weren't down 1-0 after 20 minutes because Torino get the ball just a little outside the box. Samuel Ricci passes the ball to Adrian Tameze, and Tameze is wide open in the box. Luckily enough, he misses it. He kicks it right over the net, and luckily enough, he was able to miss. But the defense was brutal on that play. Look how wide open he is. But that's not the only thing that happened in this game regarding the defense. And let me continue the video, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So Tameze misses that opportunity. Then about 5 minutes later, Reinders gets the ball at center field. He brings it up the field. He gives the ball to Noah Okafor on the left. Okafor cuts into his right, and he tries to curl it far post. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too far, and he's not able to score, and it still stays 0-0. But then not even a minute later, Ricardo Rodriguez, former Milan left back, has the ball and has clear space to do whatever the hell he wants. He goes, he looks and finds Duvan Zapata in the box, puts in a beautiful cross, and look at Malik Ciao, completely ball watching the entire play. Ciao's ball watching, and by the time Ciao turns, Zapata's already behind him. Zapata heads it in bottom corner, and Torino's up 1-0. Just brutal defending by Malik Ciao. The same thing that happened last week with Yunus Musa, man. The one-on-one marking is just atrocious. Musa does it last week, Ciao this week. It's just atrocious defending by the Milan defense. It's just horrible. So, Torino's up 1-0. Then, okay, another, I would say about 7-8 minutes later, in the 38th minute mark, okay, Pietro Pellegrini gives the ball to Raul Bellanova. Bellanova's got the ball on the flank, okay, and look at Tedenciano, okay, I know the guy's not in game shape, you know, he doesn't have match sharpness, but my God, look at the space he gives him. And then look inside the box, guys. Illich is alone himself too, having a party in the box. Okay, so Bellanova feeds him the ball. Illich is wide open, incredibly wide open. I cannot believe how wide open this man is. Heads the ball, and it's 2-0 Torino. Even Sportillo gets up with his arms up in the air, looking at the Milan defense like, what the hell kind of defending is this? Absolutely brutal. Absolutely horrible defending by Milan. And it's 2-0 Torino going into the half, okay? So you think Pioli maybe tells them, okay, guys, we got to smarten up a bit, be a little bit more sharp defensively, right? Clearly, they didn't get the message, right? Because they're all ready to pack it in for the season. Not even a minute into the game of the second half, Tomori goes, and he's fighting for the ball, okay? Ricky Rodriguez, former Milan left back, as I mentioned, gets the ball, right? He has the ball just outside the box. Ricky Rodriguez winds up and absolutely blasts it, hitting the post and going in. And Rodriguez scores his first goal since, guess what, guys? 2017. Do you believe that, guys? He waits for his former club to score a goal. Isn't it ironic, right? So, Milan's losing 3-0, not even a minute into the second half, and you guys were all just thinking, and myself are just thinking, just pack it in, guys. I just can't wait for this season to be done with, right? Then obviously the game continues. A few minutes later, 52nd minute in, Pulisic goals. He gets the ball in the box. Messina absolutely chokes him, right, in the box. Commits the penalty, of course. Ref calls it. Benacer goes to the spot, takes the penalty, and it's 3-1 for Torino. Okay? Then after that, guys, I have to say, the game was so damn boring. You could just see Milan had no interest, of course. They knew the season was done. All right, Torino basically just packed it in themselves, just defended the rest of the game, right? The only opportunity Milan had was like in the 86th minute. Leao had the ball on the left side. He cuts inside, right? He has an opportunity to shoot it. He does. Milinkovic-Savic makes the save. Unfortunately, I thought Rafa could have easily scored that goal, but he didn't. And it's still 3-1, and the game ends. 3-1 for Torino. But guys, I have to say, though, the most frustrating part about this game was what I found out after the final whistle. Look at Milan's record, guys, in the last 10 games that they have gone to the Grande Torino. Look at this, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Look. Since 2014, Milan has drawn, win, draw, loss, sorry. Unbelievable. Do you believe this team, guys? Milan has won one time in their last 10 meetings at the Grande Torino since 2014. Abysmal, man. That is abysmal. And you want to know another statistic? Look at this one from Opta Paolo, his name is. This is insane, guys. Torino have scored 3 goals in a Serie A match against Milan for the first time since April 26, 1959. A 3-3 draw at home. 65 years and 22 days. Historic. My God, guys. I cannot wait for Stefano Pioli to be sacked. I can't wait. Now, speaking of the manager, okay, and Pioli being sacked, okay, it's been a pretty hectic week off the field, guys, as we know, regarding the managerial search, okay? We've been hearing now that Sergio Conceição has been scrapped by management. They have no interest in him. And now Paulo Fonseca, the manager of Lille, is now the number 1 candidate to take over at Milan. That was the talk of this week, right? But then this morning, guys, something very interesting happened. I go on Twitter, /X if you want to call it, and this is what I see on Brighton and Hove Albion's page. Roberto De Zerbi is leaving by mutual consent. Guys, this is huge. The fact that De Zerbi, guys, is leaving by mutual consent means that the 15 million euro buyout fee for De Zerbi is non-existent now, guys. That means Milan can go and get De Zerbi for free without having to spend a dime for him. This is huge, guys. Now, we're going to find out how ambitious this management is in the next week or so, because it's pretty evident now, guys, that De Zerbi needs to be the number 1 option for the Milan bench. Okay? Fonseca, sure, he has Lille in 3rd. They're fighting for Champions League position. Great. I know he managed that Roma. He's got a ton of experience. But we need to get Roberto De Zerbi now, guys. He is free now after the Man United game tomorrow. Okay? I think this is a clear indication that he wants to manage Milan. His family wants to come back to Italy. And that he is a former Primavera player. If you guys see, he's a former Milan player. Okay? He wants to manage Milan, and it's pretty evident that he is taking the steps for this to happen. Now we're going to find out if the management is willing to give him the opportunity. We're going to find out very soon, guys. Season's done in a week and a half, and I'm very intrigued to see. But if management still decides to hire Paulo Fonseca over De Zerbi, man, the fans are going to be pissed. You have an Italian manager and a Milanista. He's right there ready for you. And you still won't hire him if they choose Fonseca? I'm telling you, man, the fans will be very upset with this management if they don't hire De Zerbi. Now, I read something crazy before doing this video. Even Juventus, apparently, are interested in De Zerbi and are even willing to hire him before Motta, which is mind-blowing to me. I don't think that's going to happen, but I saw it on X. I couldn't believe what I read. I don't think it'll happen, guys, but it would be pretty crazy to see. But De Zerbi, guys, being avoiding of this 15 million euro fee to get him out of his last year at Brighton is huge for Milan. They can now possibly get an Italian manager. He can come in, bring his attacking football, a completely fresh and new ideas for this club, and maybe he can give them some ideas on what they can buy in the transfer market. I have to say, though, guys, I'm very happy that De Zerbi could be possibly the next manager of Milan. This is huge, and I'm really hoping that we can get another Italian manager. Nothing against Paulo Fonseca, but for me, he's not Milan ilk. He should not be managing a club of AC Milan's magnitude. I'm sorry. It should not be happening. But guys, I have to say, though, very frustrating loss today, though. But like I said, it's not very important anymore. Season's wrapped up. We got one more game next weekend against Salernitana. That'll probably be the farewells for both Stefano Pioli and Olivier Giroud. So it should be a little bit of an emotional farewell for Giroud. I don't know so much for Pioli, but we'll see what happens, though. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you guys like it. Click like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more content, guys. Forza Milan per sempre, guys. And remember, guys, if you do not watch sports, you are more. Ciao, guys.